are multiple countries in the world. Nobody can seem to agree on how many there are. You may be wondering, can I make my own country? And will it actually function like a real country? You may be surprised by how easy it is to actually make and run your own country. In theory. In this video, we'll be showing you all the steps to making your own country and running it. Hello, and welcome to a video of Not in a Book. Making a country. The first step in making your own country is declaring independence. To declare independence, there are a couple of prerequisites. Number one is that you have to have a clearly defined territory. This is required by international law. You can find land that is unclaimed, or you can state your intentions to secede from a particular country and make a new country, like South Sudan did. Now, seceding from a nation leads into a rabbit hole of new problems. But let's say you have a clearly defined territory, and if you did secede, you succeeded. Now, you have to work on the next prerequisite, planning. Before you even start thinking about making a country, you should plan a few things for that country. To list a couple of these include flag, national anthems, state or provinces, capital city, languages, symbols, and the name of the nation. This is a good list of things that you should already know in your head. The third prerequisite is a form of government and a constitution, or a set of laws made up. Now, you're going to need at least a couple thousand laws to cover everything in your nation. After that, make a constitution and set up a government. What departments will there be? Who will lead these departments, etc., etc. Next, you need a population. Any self-respecting nation has a website. So make a website and give some reasons that people should come to your nation. To start off, a nation should, in my opinion, have a population of at least a few thousand people. Next, every nation has to be able to defend their citizens. So invest a bit of money into a military that can protect your nation from possible defenders. You could also establish a working economy. You can use an existing official currency, for example, US dollars or euros, but if you wish not to, you can make your own currency. We'll be making a new video about currencies very soon, but in a nutshell, for a small currency, to make your currency have any value, you can peg it on something. For example, gold. Say one bill of my currency is equal to a quarter of an ounce of gold. But this also limits the amount of currency you can print, because you need to have gold reserves to back up the currency you print. You will also need to figure out stuff like taxations and provide the citizen utilities like water, gas, sewage, electricity, and more. You have to build up all this infrastructure to support a nation. You need to figure out stuff like housing and property rights as well. After all of this, you need to get countries in the world to recognize you. Without recognition, it's very hard to do anything on the international stage. And it's beneficial to have countries recognize you as a real country. Some major countries that you probably should get recognition from are countries like the US, UK, France, Germany, Russia, China, India, and more. Who you need recognition from can change depending on where you are located. Say you get over this hurdle as well, and most of the world's nations recognize you as a real and legitimate country. Next, you have to try to get into the UN to benefit from international law. The entire process of getting into the UN is something we'll cover in a video coming soon. After you've done all of these steps, you have successfully just created your own country. Now let's move on to the next part of this video, running the country you just created. First rule of running the country is no man rules alone. So no matter what, you need people to help rule you, with you. This is why when we were making the country, you needed to make departments or ministries. These ministries will each take charge of a different aspect of the nation and run that part to help you out a bit. Next thing you have to do is do things that are good with the people. Do not mix your biases into the decisions you make to run the country. You have to make a plan for the next 5 years and stick with that plan. You have to figure out how you're going to rule. No matter what you do, You can't please everyone in a nation. Some people will always just oppose you. Just do your best to do everything you can for the people. Try not to get into anything that can be classified as a scandal, because that will be your downfall. Take decisions and don't be an ineffective leader. E.g., turn back on the decisions you have already made. Give all tasks to the people junior than you because you're being lazy, etc., etc. Not doing all this stuff will make your country better, and your likeliness within the general public will improve. Making and running a country is both quite simple and quite complex. As we have already detailed, there are a lot of tasks and investment involved. But if you are serious, you can actually make a micronation. I'll link further reading down in the description. If you are doing this just for fun, you could just declare your house a country, honestly. Please make sure to share this video, subscribe, like, comment, and click the bell notification. With that, I'll see you next time.